New York Hospitals by Cassidy Sanders. I picked New York hospitals for my at-risk population. There are 207,687 cases of COVID-19 in New York, according to the CDC. Obviously, this number is not accurate anymore. This is just the number it was when I looked it up. There are 8.7 million people in New York, and there are 28,210 people per square mile. That's a lot of people in such a small area. I believe that this is one of the many reasons, why there are so many cases in New York. My NGO is called Food for Service, or Food for Those Who Serve. My mission statement is, bring food to those who don't have time to eat. Healthcare workers on the front lines are working long, hard hours amid COVID-19 pandemic. A lot of them don't have much time to eat. The areas that I chose to focus on is food, mental well-being, and emotional well-being. Obviously, food is a focus area because they need to eat, and this is how I'm going to help them. Food also fuels your body. If you don't have fuel in your body, then your body doesn't work, and neither does your mental well-being. When you don't eat, your blood sugar drops, and low blood sugar zaps your energy, making you feel weak. It can also make it very hard to concentrate. Our doctors obviously need to concentrate in order to help the patients heal and get better. If the doctors aren't concentrating, they could make a mistake, maybe give a patient the wrong dose, or maybe the wrong medicine altogether. Our doctors need to be eating, that way they can concentrate and actually save lives instead of harming them. And I feel like the doctors are working very hard to make sure that this happens, but it can be very hard, especially when they don't have breaks and when they don't have time to eat. If workers could get a break to eat, then maybe they will feel a little happier and they'll have a better emotional well-being. It makes it very hard to want to work when your stomach is growling and you need food. So what I would plan to do is, first I would get food and money donations as much as possible, and then I would go to social media for that. I would just try to find people that were willing to donate. Also, through social media, I would ask for some volunteers. I think that about 30 people is a good number, but anything more than that would also be great. Once I got to New York, I would find a spot to set up. Hopefully, maybe a church or a school would allow me to set up there. Once I have a spot to set up, I would buy supplies, any food or anything that we would need extra, so maybe pots and pans or just typical things that you would need to cook. I would make sure that we were being sanitary. I would have me, as well as all of my volunteers, wearing masks and gloves, and I would make sure that we cleaned everything all the time, as well as clean all of the donations that we got. So like if we got boxes of food or cans, I would just clean the can, make sure it's just nice and clean. Everything needs to be sanitary, especially with what's going on. Once that's all done, I would cook the food, and I would bring the food to the hospitals and just give it to whoever is hungry, whoever needs a break and needs to eat. Some of my final thoughts are, there are 31,000 people hospitalized in New York according to USA Today. Again, this may not be exactly accurate anymore. This is just the number that I found when I was looking up all of this. There are not enough ventilators and equipment. There might be now. I know that they were in the process of getting more when I was doing my research, but when I was doing my research, there were not enough, and there are people that are getting sicker because they don't have enough ventilators, and they have to choose who to give it to, and that decision can be extremely hard, and it can make it so the healthcare workers are emotionally drained because they feel so bad because they want to help and they want to make people feel better, but they don't have what they need. They don't have enough ventilators and supplies and equipment to do so. Food is essential when it comes to working long hours. If you don't have food, you're not going to be able to work to your best. You need to be able to have enough food in you, to have enough energy, to be able to concentrate, and save lives.